Let's face it, you're out there putting in the miles, keeping the country moving, and what throws a wrench in the works faster than anything?
Unexpected closures, detours.
Exactly. That sudden slowdown that just eats into your precious hours. This week, we're going to take a look at some of the real-world challenges hitting drivers right now.
Yeah, and also maybe some smart ways to think about tackling them, and maybe even looking beyond them.
We've sifted through the news, looked at reports on road disruptions, Iowa, Kauai, California, Colorado. Seems like a lot is kicking off around May 12th, 2025.
It does, but, we're not just here to list the roadblocks. We're also tapping into the wisdom of folks like Hervey from Life as a Trucker.
Right? Good resource there.
Yeah, they've been in your corner for years, really advocating for seeing the whole picture of a trucker's life. Our mission here is to kind of connect the dots.
Give you the crucial info, offer different angles, maybe perspectives that can actually help day to day. Like Hervey says, see issues from all angles.
Precisely. Actionable information and a sense of support.
Okay, let's dive right in. First up, a situation probably making some of you in the Midwest groan already.
Okay.
The sudden closure of the I-80 eastbound truck parking near Victor, Iowa, mile marker 180, starting this Monday, May 12th.
And the really frustrating part, no official reason given, just closed.
Radio silence.
Yeah. And what's fascinating and frankly concerning is the immediate pressure that puts on drivers. It's not just losing a spot to rest.
No, it's the ELD clock, isn't it?
Exactly. It immediately tightens the screws on ELD compliance. Those logs mandate specific rest breaks.
Right, within certain times.
So an unexpected closure like this forces drivers to scramble. You got to find compliant parking, maybe rush, make potentially unsafe choices.
Or risk violations, fines.
It just shines a bright light on, well, the strain on resources for truckers nationwide. This one small closure shows a bigger problem.
It really feels like a double whammy. You're pushed to keep moving, but then a vital resource, safe parking, just vanishes. No warning.
You can imagine the driver thinking, okay, where am I supposed to go now?
And it highlights maybe a disconnect between the rules and the reality on the ground.
Absolutely. And look, this isn't just an Iowa thing happening in a vacuum.
Right.
The whole freight system relies on drivers having access to reliable infrastructure. This Victor closure, it's like a little snapshot of the much bigger ongoing issue of supporting the folks moving our goods.
Speaking of logistical headaches, let's jump over to Hawaii, Kauai specifically.
Right.
Starting the same day, May 12th, the Hanalei Bridge, pretty crucial link there, is closing overnight for about a week.
Overnight closures, huh? What are the times?
8:30 p.m. to 5:00 a.m. Now, obviously geographically specific, but it really shows how these infrastructure hiccups ripple out.
Oh, absolutely. Think about the domino effect. Delivery drivers. Those overnight hours are often key for restocking stores, restaurants.
Yeah, getting supplies in before the day starts.
These closures basically stop that. It can impact grocery shelves, construction stuff, you name it.
And locals too, right? Early commutes, emergencies.
Big detours, potentially. Even tourists, maybe trying to catch early flights or get around. It just shows how linked infrastructure is to daily life, whether you're hauling freight across the country or just trying to get milk on the island.
It really underscores how one point of failure, like a single bridge, can cause widespread problems, not just long-haul trucking.
Exactly. And these disruptions aren't just on islands, back on the mainland, California, Inyo and Mono counties.
Right, what's happening there?
Major roadwork starting May 12th for at least a week. It affects US 395, SR 168, and SR 203, vital routes.
US 395, that's a big freight corridor north-south.
Huge. And the work involves resurfacing, bridge maintenance, even vegetation management, utility work with flagging crews.
Flagging crews. That means daytime delays.
Significant daytime delays, potentially. They're saying 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. For truckers on that route, it's not just annoying.
No, it hits the logbook.
Directly impacts hours of service, burns more fuel idling in traffic, adds a ton of stress trying to make delivery windows.
We actually saw a quote that nailed it. Flagging ops on 395 again. Great. There goes my drop time.
Yep. Sums it up perfectly. The real-world impact right there.
But, got to see the other side too.
True. While drivers feel the pinch, Caltrans has a job to do, maintaining those roads, often with limited resources over huge areas.
And locals, tourists, they're disrupted too. It's complex.
It is a real interplay of needs and frustrations.
Okay, let's head east. Colorado. US 40.
Yes, the safety project between Granby and Tabernash, that's already started and runs through the summer.
Kind of work.
Resurfacing, widening drainage, shoulder work. Basically, expect alternating one-lane traffic. Delays are likely.
And US 40, while scenic, it's also important for certain types of freight.
It is. Critical for oversized loads, actually, and for deliveries into those mountain resort towns, the ski areas.
The delays there could really back things up.
For sure. We saw another quote. This stretch was rough before. Now it's a parking lot with a view.
Huh. Paints a picture.
It does. And again, multiple angles. Truckers face slower trips. Tourists might get delayed vacations.
And CDOT is aiming for a safer road long term.
Right. It's that balancing act again, with immediate pain for those on the road now.
So you look at Iowa, Hawaii, California, Colorado. Seemingly separate issues.
But they all point to the same thing, don't they? The constant, often unpredictable nature of infrastructure challenges.
And how directly that hits your daily life, your schedule as a driver.
Staying informed, planning ahead. It becomes absolutely crucial in this kind of environment. You just have to.
So we've talked about some of the immediate hurdles, the stuff you're facing out there right now.
Yeah.
But let's shift gears.
Okay.
Let's talk about taking more control of your time, your future, beyond just getting from A to B for the next load.
Yeah, this is really important, and it connects back to the work of places like lifesatrucker.com.
They've been around a while.
Since 2008, consistent advocates. And a key part of their mission is empowering drivers, helping you manage your time not just for shippers, but for you.
For personal benefit, right? Long-term goals.
Exactly. Building a more secure future, like looking at ways to create extra income streams.
How are they suggesting that?
Well, right now they're focusing on training truckers to use AI, actually, artificial intelligence,
AI, how does that work for a trucker?
to develop online income opportunities. The idea isn't necessarily to replace driving, but to create a safety net.
A buffer against, economic ups and downs.
Precisely. And maybe a path towards a more comfortable retirement, kind of on your own terms.
Interesting. Is there somewhere specific to look?
Yeah, they have a sister site, retirefromtrucking.com, offers a free guide, practical AI training, helps you explore the possibilities.
And it's interesting how that connects back to what we were just talking about.
How so?
Well, all these road closures and delays, they're kind of an implicit message, aren't they? Have a backup plan.
Absolutely. Consider options beyond just the miles. These disruptions, frustrating as they are, might be a good nudge to think about that bigger picture, that long-term security.
Makes sense. So from detours to future planning. Let's bring it back to the immediate. Safety, preparedness, always top priority.
Always. And this brings us to a pretty dramatic incident down under Australia.
Oh, yeah. What happened?
A multi-million-dollar truck spill on the M1 highway. And what's striking is how a seemingly preventable issue.
What was the issue?
An unsecured load. Metal fragments. It just cascaded into this massive disruption, damaged over 300 vehicles.
Wow. 300 cars from one truck's load.
Yeah. Early morning hours, apparently the unsecured load just scattered across like 25 kilometers of highway, a huge debris field.
Unbelievable. The aftermath must have been chaos.
Hundreds of damaged cars, yeah. Over 620 insurance claims flooded in. They're estimating around $2 million in total costs. Just wow.
When something like that happens, you start thinking about all the angles.
You do, the driver. Questions about proper load securement, potential negligence, right? Insurance companies suddenly swamped.
Highway patrol investigating.
And just everyday drivers suddenly facing repair bills, insurance hassles, unexpected costs.
It really is a stark reminder, isn't it? For the whole industry. Basic safety procedures matter. Hugely.
Properly securing your load. It's not just a rule on paper, it's fundamental. Huge financial and safety consequences if you don't.
You bet the response is a renewed focus on checking those securement protocols.
Oh, yeah. And it probably got a lot of drivers thinking about their own insurance, maybe the value of a dash cam.
Good point. Document everything.
Shifting to a more proactive safety measure, TA truck service.
What are they doing?
Offering free mid-trip inspections. Right now, through May 12th, 2025. It's timed just before the CVSA International Road Check Blitz.
Oh, that's smart. A free checkup before the inspectors are out in force.
Exactly. A chance to get essential stuff checked, brakes, tires, lights at no cost, identify potential issues before they become violations.
And the CVSA Blitz this year, what's their focus?
Both driver compliance and the mechanical fitness of the vehicle, so driver requirements and the truck itself.
So this free inspection is really timely.
Yeah.
Big benefit for drivers.
Huge. Peace of mind, avoiding being put out of service. Fleet managers love it too, reduces risk.
And the DOT probably appreciates proactive drivers.
You'd think so.
Yeah.
And for TA, look, it's a free service initially, but if they find something that needs fixing...
It's potential business for them. A win-win.
Pretty much. If you want to take advantage, a couple of tips. Make an appointment. Don't just roll up. Maybe ask for a level 1 focus, since that aligns with CVSA.
Take notes during the inspection.
Definitely. And get the paperwork afterwards. Proof you had it done.
So whether it's the unfortunate spill in Australia or the helpful inspections from TA,
Right. They both underscore the same thing.
being proactive about safety pays off.
Mhm.
Securing your load, getting your truck checked, it saves headaches, time, money, big time.
So, as we kind of wrap up this deep dive, we've
Okay.
covered a lot. Immediate road closures, delays,
The constant need for safety, being prepared.
and also looking ahead, exploring those possibilities for building alternative income, gaining more security, more freedom long term.
And circling back to Hervey from life, as a trucker's point, seeing all the angles, we really hope this discussion gave you a well-rounded view. The challenges, yes, but also the opportunities in trucking today.
Which leaves us with maybe one final thought for you, the listener.
Go for it.
Considering all the unpredictable stuff out there on the road, what steps can you actually take? Starting now, maybe today.
Steps to gain more control.
Yeah, control over your time, your safety, your future, both in the truck and maybe beyond it.
Good question to ponder.
And we definitely recommend checking out those resources we mentioned, lifeasatrucker.com, retirefromtrucking.com. Great starting points for that kind of exploration.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for taking this deep dive with us into these really vital topics.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
We'll catch you on the next one.